Here at Earthworm Soil Factory, what we do is we take waste material and we're trying to turn it into healthy people. That's a high calling, but what you'll see as we go through the process and explain what we do here at the factory is that we bring in green waste from our local landfill. Rather than it going there, we're diverting it from the landfill, which happens to be right across the street. The green waste that is brought in comes in from landscapers, from tree trimmers, from the homeowner, from some of our ag community. And as they bring in the green waste, we put it in a pile and then we particle size reduce it through our biogrinder, which is the big yellow machine, which is kind of like a chipper shredder except a little bit bigger. And when we particle size reduce it, then that gives us the ability to actually break it down and make it into a beneficial soil amendment and food stock that we use in our vermicomposting facility. As you can see out in the field, we have some windrows of the material that's been broken down through the biogrinder that is actually in various stages of decomposition. One of the pieces of equipment that we use in our process here is our Frontier windrow turner. With that, we're able to maintain the quality controls that we need to end up with a good end product. We can maintain our moisture control with temperature control in the air exchange that we need in order to be able to make sure that we're getting the aerobic microbes, which are the beneficials that we need once that's placed in the soil. We use the materials in such a way that we're not having to add anything other than our green waste because of the fact that a lot of people use animal manures to get their product going. We've found that we've got some methods in which we can break the material down in a fairly short period of time and keep high quality without having to get into dealing with the manures. And I think that's been one of the benefits that we've been able to have here at Earthworm Soil Factory. What our real goal is to assist in building the soil so it's back alive again. All the products that we're shooting to be able to create are to accomplish a purpose. And as you know, over the years, in agricultural in particular, we've learned that by adding certain things to the soil, we can get the plants to grow quicker and produce better yield. But a lot of times we're really treating the plant rather than the soil. So what we're trying to do is take a little bit different focus on the restoration and building the soil back up so that it has a balance, so that the plant can grow very healthy with all different types of circumstances in the growing process. By understanding a little bit of what is necessary to get the soil back alive again, we're able to kind of fine-tune and tailor-make some soil amendments that's going to assist in that growing process. One of the things that we had the privilege of doing here at Earthworm Soil Factory is working with a medical doctor that years and years ago, he was 90 years old when he passed away in July. But this doctor was back in the 40s blending his own soils, creating some compost, growing a garden at a clinic, and actually doing testing where that he was able to prove up that if you have the proper nutrient values in the soil, it will pass through to the plant and then pass through to our bodies. So our key ingredient is how do we get that soil back where that the nutrient values that are necessary to make the plant healthy can end up being there so that the crop that we actually consume as a consumer is going to make us healthy again. That sounds like a high calling, but you know, it's not something new, it's something that's been around for a long time, and we just kind of sometimes get sidetracked on chasing dollars and trying to find ways that it's more efficient, more cost effective. Well, actually what we're able to do now is we've been doing some work with some of the local farmers. One is an almond grower that started using some methods that we've been doing here at Earthworm Soil Factory and getting a little bit away from what they've had to do in the past and using predominantly chemical applications to keep the nutrients in the soil. and going to more sustainable type farming methods. What that really means is being able to utilize what's available to you on the farm, as well as adding other materials to the soil that's going to make the soil healthy. And we know this, that if we can get a proper balance of the organic materials, the nutrients that the plant needs, plus the big kick is the microbiology, making the soil back alive. Kind of what happens is this. If we have the microorganisms in a proper balance, if we have the nutrients in a proper balance, then the plant has everything that's available and needed to grow at whatever particular time stage they're at in their growing season. What we've tried to do is compile some data, work with others, with laboratories, the science community, so that it's not just ideas that we think will work, but it's proven methods. And the key ingredient, we believe, is the fact that we're mixing both the organic materials with the microbiology that becomes available to us from the earthworm castings. And by utilizing all the tools that we have available to us, we know that getting the soil to a proper condition is going to be the key ingredient to making people healthy again.